So there's been a low-key revolution brewing in the world of digital currency for a few years now, and today, it just went mainstream. We're talking about the Pi network. For those following this project, you know the journey has been long, filled with patience, and fueled by a massive community of believers. The big news, the Pi network, has reportedly received historic recognition from the US government. This isn't a small mention. It's framed as a major acknowledgement of Pi's approach to making crypto accessible to everyone, not just tech enthusiasts or wealthy investors. This is huge. The announcement sent shockwaves through the community, tens of millions quietly mining Pi on their phones every day. The core celebration, the long-held dream of a global coin value, GCV, $314.159 per Pi coin. That number isn't random, it's a symbolic nod to Pi, about 3.14159. For years that value united the community. With governmental validation, the path to that dream seems clearer and more tangible. It could turn a grassroots movement into a global financial player. This feels like a turning point. External validation like this is monumental. It suggests Pi might be more than speculation, a project with foundational strength and vision. Alright, let's break it down. What is this Pi network that has so many people talking? At its core, Pi network is a digital currency project. With an ambitious goal, be the most widely used and accessible cryptocurrency in the world. It launched in 2018, founded by a team of Stanford PhDs. They spotted a major problem with first-generation crypto like Bitcoin. Mining Bitcoin needed powerful, expensive computers. It also needed a ton of electricity, so only a select few could participate. That created a huge barrier to entry for the average person. Pi Network was built to fix that from the ground up. The mission is simple and bold. Put crypto power into the hands of everyday people. You don't need a supercomputer or a deep understanding of blockchain to join. All you need is a smartphone. Pi aims to build a peer-to-peer marketplace and a global ecosystem to spend Pi coins on real goods and services. Think less like a speculative asset, more like digital cash you can earn and spend in a global community. That focus on utility and accessibility sets it apart. The system is built on community and trust. The network grows through invitations, forming trusted relationships. This isn't marketing, it's core to security. Pi uses the Stellar Consensus Protocol, or SCP. SCP leverages social trust graphs to validate transactions. That's very different from Bitcoin's energy-heavy proof of work. Pi is secured by its community, not raw computing power. That makes it more democratic, more energy efficient, and far more scalable long-term. So when you hear Pi Network, think beyond another coin. It's building a new digital economy from scratch, inclusive, user-friendly, and sustainable. A long-term project focused on a massive user base. When people hear the term crypto mining, they usually picture warehouses full of mining rigs, loud, overheating machines solving complex math problems. That's Bitcoin mining. Pi Network's approach is completely different, and that's the key to its appeal. Mining Pi on your phone doesn't actually use your phone's processing power in the traditional sense. It doesn't drain your battery, it doesn't use up your data. Instead, the process is incredibly lightweight and simple. Open the app once every 24 hours, tap a button to prove you're human and active on the network. This daily check-in serves a crucial purpose. It distributes new Pi coins fairly among active members, and it contributes to the network's security. Your consistent presence builds the social trust graph that validates future transactions. The app is a high-tech faucet allocating your share of Pi based on contributions. Your own mining the people you've invited, other security roles you take on. It's designed for mass participation, making everyone a stakeholder. Mining based on social contribution, not computational power. Better described as minting or faucet distribution. Pi coins are pre-minted or allocated by a formula. Your daily tap simply claims your share. In the world of Pi Network, one number is more than just a number. $314,159. This isn't a market price set by traders or analysts. Instead, it's a community-driven consensus value, a shared belief that has become a cornerstone of the Pi ecosystem's identity. The number itself is a clever and symbolic reference to the mathematical constant pi, which begins with 3.14159. This connection is not just a marketing gimmick, it's a powerful symbol that ties the project's digital identity to a universal and timeless concept. It gives the community a clear, ambitious, and memorable target to rally around during the long development phase. The origin of this value, known as the Global Consensus Value or GCV, came from the community itself. Early on, as pioneers discussed what the future value of Pi could be, This figure emerged as a point of unity. It represents a bold aspiration that a single Pi coin could one day be worth enough to make a significant impact on people's lives. It's a statement of confidence in the project's long-term utility and the power of its massive network. Believing in the GCV is a way for community members to signal their commitment to holding their Pi for its intended use within the ecosystem, rather than selling it for a quick, low price once it hits the open market. This consensus value has played a critical role in shaping the network's internal economy. During the current enclosed mainnet period, pioneers can use their Pi to buy goods and services from other pioneers through peer-to-peer transactions or via apps on the Pi browser. Many of these early transactions are being voluntarily conducted based on the GCV. This isn't speculation, it's the community actively building a real-world economy around their shared belief in Pi's future worth. They are in effect making the value real through their own actions. Ultimately, the $314,159 GCV is a powerful social and economic experiment. It challenges the conventional idea that value is only determined by open market trading. Pi not just as a coin, but as a movement. Section 6, a historic nod, U.S. government recognition. The recent news that the U.S. government has recognized the Pi network project is, honestly, a monumental development. This isn't just a rumor on a forum. Reports indicate that key government bodies are looking at Pi as a serious and innovative force in the digital finance space. This acknowledgement is reportedly focused on identity verification, KYC massive, globally distributed network potential to promote financial inclusion. For a cryptocurrency project that has yet to hit the open market, this level of attention from a world power is virtually unheard of. It's a powerful signal that Pi is being taken seriously at the highest levels. The significance of this recognition really cannot be overstated. The cryptocurrency industry has for years operated in a gray area of regulation. Governments around the world have been trying to figure out how to handle this new technology, often with suspicion. For the US government to reportedly extend an olive branch to Pi, highlighting its strengths rather than its risks, is a massive vote of confidence. It suggests that regulators see Pi's model, prioritizing user identity closed, controlled rollout, as a more responsible path forward compared to anonymous, volatile projects that came before it. This support likely stems from Pi's robust KYC solution. To move mined Pi to the mainnet, every pioneer must pass strict identity verification. This creates a transparent, accountable network of real, unique individuals. For governments concerned about money laundering and illicit financing, Pi's architecture is a breath of fresh air. It provides a framework for a digital currency that is decentralized and compliant. This balance is the holy grail for regulators, and Pi seems to have built it into its DNA. Furthermore, the government's interest validates the project's core mission: accessibility. Section 8. The road ahead. Challenges and opportunities. Despite this incredible news, the road ahead is still filled with both challenges and immense opportunities. The biggest challenge: transition from enclosed mainnet to a fully open mainnet. It's a complex technical and economic undertaking. Ensure the blockchain is secure. Ensure the blockchain is stable. Ensure it can handle massive transaction volumes from day one. They must also manage the economic release of billions of coins into the market. The goal: avoid an immediate price crash and preserve community value. Another major challenge: managing expectations. Government recognition and the $314,159 GCV have raised excitement to an all-time high, but the journey to that value is a marathon, not a sprint. Market price at launch will be set by supply and demand on external exchanges. Community consensus will help, but external pressures will also play a role. Leadership and the community must stay patient. Focus on long-term utility, the only sustainable path to high value. But the opportunities may be even greater. With government validation, Pi could become the gold standard for compliant, user-friendly crypto. Partner with major corporations, partner with financial institutions, partner with e-commerce platforms, be the go-to payment layer for new Web3 apps. Leverage a massive, KYC-verified user base. Be the bridge between the traditional economy and the decentralized future. The biggest opportunity: fulfill the mission. Banking the unbanked. Create a truly global, peer-to-peer economy. As Pi's ecosystem of apps and services grows, real-world utility will emerge that transcends speculation. People can earn Pi. People can spend Pi for everyday needs. Create a circular economy that empowers individuals and empowers small businesses worldwide. If Pi navigates the open mainnet challenges successfully, it could become a defining technological and social innovation, fundamentally changing how we think about money and value.